can never quite get that done in the right order. I don't know. Hi, we're here. Oh, I gotta pop out the chat. So I just need like a checklist. Okay, I need a checklist. Can I just make a checklist? Why not get a normal person? Make a checklist. All right, chat has popped out. So if you chat at me, I will see it now. And thank you for chatting at me if you chat at me. I love chatting. This is it. You know, you become a streamer just to hear yourself talk. Okay, here we are. We're here. It looks like it's nighttime. I'd better sleep. I'm Lady Vivian. Hello, and we are on the Vale server. The Vale is owned by Skelly Rocker, and we are building here the stories from David Eddings' Belgariad and Malorian novels, and then just any old fantasy fiction people feel like. In fact, Skelly's first build was Key House from Lock and Key, so which I still haven't watched, and I keep saying I'm going to, and I haven't done it yet. Anyway, I'm gonna sleep here. Let's do that, and then we can go take a tour. I pushed it too many times. We can take a tour of the things that I built. I actually came here to spawn because I was going to mend my tools. I have all my tools with me, but I can do that later. Okay, so so we don't have to come back in here again. I did a whole video on this, I think, but this is my, started as this flower farm, and I put in cactus and bamboo, and because we didn't have anything at the beginning, right? And so here's, you could put bone meal from other seeds. You can bone meal these flowers to make more flowers. I have sea pickles in here, bone meal the coral to get sea pickles and seagrass, coconuts, the little licheny moss stuff, this little thing. And then while I was building this, I found right here a spider spawner. But since we have the precision fishing pack from Should Lake, I got a skeleton spawn egg and changed it to a skeleton spawner. And so it has been a very excellent source of bone meal. So we bones, everything goes in there, and then we collect all the bones, arrows, and then lots of anvils for upgrading your armor. And then down here we have the storage for all of the skelly drops. Skeletons, man, they just drop so much stuff. And then we have enchanting for your skelly drop usage, and a little storage section of books here that we've gotten from the enchanting table. So I don't like to walk around with a lot of levels because it just means I'm going to lose them. I was laughing at Nursing Geek the other day because she's in a video in the end with 161 levels on her, and I'm like, I've never had that many levels. Because I always immediately make my next bow, or, you know, repair my tools or do something. So, glowberries, yeah, I got those. And this is our fun, our very fun flower farm. This was Shulkercraft pattern. I need a bare hand. Shulkercraft's pattern, and you hit the note block, and the whole thing, I think sometimes you have to hit both of them. Sometimes you hit one twice. It varies. And the whole thing bone meals the area, and because it moves, the flowers pop off it, right? So and then you just hit it to stop. Sometimes you have to hit them a couple times. Stop. No. Stop. Sometimes it stop. So then all the and you put bone meal in the chest, it goes into the middle to keep going, and it'll go as long as there's bone meal. Well, it'll go even when there's not bone meal, but you won't get anything. And then you just run around and pick up all the flowers and put the seeds back in here to be bone meal for the farm. Break all the grass, of course, or harvest the grass if you want grass. Do that too with shears. So I really liked this pattern. It's noisy, but I did like it. We got all the flowers. And then we have, out here, we have flower storage for all the flowers. So if people need flowers, they can come get them. And then, good. And pink. white. Nope, no room for white. Daisies. My goal is someday to fill it up. Orange. Blue. Blue, always in demand. And then those two, we have too many, so we'll do this and this. And then over here, we have withered roses, and then we have dyes. So stick those in where they go. Yellow goes here. Perfect. And so we have all the colors of dye here, and then we actually have extras and stuff stored upstairs. So this is Zubret's flower farm. So anyway, let's start at spawn. So this was one of my builds. I really love it. I'm very happy with it, actually. There's Zubret saying, welcome to the flower farm. Yeah, I love it. Goats are over here. But we don't have to come back over this way. Here's goats. This is where the screaming goats live, too. So you can just grab a bucket in here and milk a screaming goat, and that's an advancement for you. Yeah, and you can also breed them. I think I left the stuff to breed them. Yeah, you can breed the goats, and that's another. You know, there's different advancements for breeding animals, but one of them is to breed all the animals that you can breed. So if you want to breed goats, there you go. So this is Faldor's farm. In the beginning of the Belgariad, we start at Faldor's farm, and so this is also the spawn point of our world. And this is Faldor's farmhouse here. Faldor, this is where Garion grows up to be a teenager, at least as far as teenhood. He arrives here with his Aunt Polgara as a baby, and then grows up. His Aunt Paul at that time, he doesn't know she's Polgara. And Faldor is a fantastic master. He eats dinner with all of his people. They all eat together. Several of them live upstairs, and we have downstairs our mailboxes. Here's our mailboxes. I have no mail. Oh, thank you. Oh, well, welcome. Thanks, Turtle. That's so kind of you. I did see that. Thank you. I love that. That's a big help. Woohoo. Plus, it got a big applause-y thing. I like that little applause-y thing. I finally set up alerts. You'd think I would notice because I wasn't reading chat. I was paying attention to what I was doing. I'll put the chat over here where I can see it better. That's the problem with the chat. So the problem is you need 15 screens to do this thing because you can't see everything. Okay, I don't probably need to see that. Let me scooch this over, scooch that over. It's really hard. This streaming thing's really hard. Look how these kids do it. Thank you so much for the subscription. I do appreciate it. So here's the mailboxes down here. Polgara at Faldor's farm is the cook. So she's got a kitchen over here where she cooks. That's okay. It doesn't matter, whatever. She cooks. And she tells Garion either help or get out of my kitchen. He's like, no. And so he has to do the dishes. Garion spends a lot of time as a child with up to his elbows in soapy water. Why we have chocolate chip mint ice cream on the oven. This is a Skelly thing. I do not understand. No, I don't understand ice cream on the oven. But Skelly, make a refrigerator. Put it in the fridge. Anyway, this is Aunt Paul's kitchen. She's an amazing, amazing cook. When they actually have to leave, Faldor actually cries because he's going to miss her food so much. You spawn right here, which for some reason is like a spawning spot. I don't know why it's dark there, but it is. And then you can, if you want, come up here. There's beds where you can rest, and there are, I think, like torches and stuff in here. Yeah, torches if you want torches. There's also other stuff for people who join. There's other stuff in the smithy. So the smith is where Dernick works. Dernick is one of Garion's very first friends. He's the blacksmith, and he lets Garion come and watch Garion comes and watches and asks a million questions. And Dernick explains that when he was a kid, he asked his father a million questions, and he would not be repaying his father if he didn't answer Garion's questions. So Paul lets him come visit. And so here's the smithy. Skelly put the ovens in, and I did the rest of this interior. I did my fun with armor stands. Why do we have a dripstone there? It's a weird place for one. And then there's some stuff in here if you need. There's iron, there's leather, there's some stone axe, lots of copper, some oddball assorted stuff if you want. Armor, that stuff called armor. There's a bunch of that. And I should just take that gold from my piglins. So that's the smithy. So between the smithy and the bedroom upstairs, you can get some stuff to start out with. This is the bee farm that I built. Isn't it cute? I copied it from somebody. I don't remember who all the farm. Maybe I wrote it. Did I put a sign? I thought I had. Oh, I did. It was SV Gravity. SV like Victor. S is in Sam. V is in Victor. Gravity is his YouTube channel. And the thing I did not. So when I built this farm by him, oh good, okay, next month, yay, that's okay, I'd love it, that's fantastic. When I built this farm, I didn't realize that he intended it just as a place to keep the bees, right? He didn't intend to farm the honey. So, after I died twice, because bees get really pissed off, I figured out that the way that he had designed it didn't let the smoke, well, he didn't have campfires, and the way he designed it didn't let the smoke from the campfires get to the hives. So I had to adapt a bit. So I had to put, he had these things standing on a fence post, and smoke won't go through a fence post. Is that the weirdest thing? But it'll go through a trapdoor. Even though on the wiki it says it won't, it does. So I put the fence post behind the hive to support it, and then put the trapdoor underneath. So now you can collect the honey here, and there are, I think, bottles. Well, there's milk in case you get stung, because that's a big help. There's empty bottles in here, and there's shears if you prefer to have the honeycomb. I'm going to just pop up here to bed. There's a nice orange bed. And some fun decor. So Faldor's farm has an apiary. And then Faldor has a couple of nephews, and they wanted they're his sister's kids, and they wanted a little piece of land that they wanted to try making a winery. So Faldor gave them this hill that he thought was pretty much useless, and they have made this into a thriving winery. This is all me making this up. That's not part of the story, but I wanted to build a winery here. And so I built this winery for Faldor's nephews. In here is where they do they smush the grapes. They jump in here and smush the grapes. And they, so is my FOV bugging you, Turtle? Is it too awful? I like it this way, but because I like having some peripheral vision, but if it's too fisheye lens for you, I can change it. And then this is where this is where I'm a Quake Pro gal. This is where the nephews live up here. And they make their wine. And then it goes over here to the warehouse where it gets stored. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's good. Okay. The wine gets stored here and then shipped out on little carts like this to all over Cinderia. So, which is the country they live in. So this cart's loaded up and ready to go. So that's the winery. So Garion grows up on Faldor's farm with his friends, Rundorig, Darun, and Zubret, and they have all kinds of adventures. And so I like the armor stand people, and I made some little kind of dioramas of some of the things they did. So in here, this is the farm office, and the farm office guy sits there. And then I made in here a little kind of bank of character heads. These are the characters from the Belgariad and the Malorian stories. And then up here are other kind of random people, random objects, other things in case, the people from Lock and Key. That's those people up there, cut for Skelly's build. Cheese, ham, bread, that kind of stuff that just really adds a little bit extra to the armor stands and to the stories. So that's this is the office, personnel office. This is where whoops, where did that go? I heard it land, but oh, there, not needed. This is the farm manager's little bedroom up here. He lives up here. And I love the way hives look like file cabinets. Those are so fun. Then over here, this next house along, there's the flower farm up there. This next house is this is like a dorm for the single guys. So are the single guy farmer helpers. They live here. There's a couple of rooms, same for the single guy farmer helper guys. And then a few of the families are like married and they have little houses. So there's one little house here for a married family. And these guys tend the windmill. Mom and dad, kid. Maybe Rendorig and his parents live here. Or Darun and his parents. And then I just made a variety of crops. I used the flowers too because they're pretty and they add color and they make little fields here. And then if we ever want to build something else here, we can just take those out. Skelly built a windmill, as he'll tell you in his video. He says, I built a windmill. I built all the rest of this stuff. He built Faldor's farmhouse and he built the windmill. And then, so we have a little diorama here. One time the kids, Dorun and Zubret, and so there's Rendorig and Dorun and Zubret, and Garion is out there on a log. They made a raft, and the raft fell apart while they were on it. The other bars of the raft are down there, and Garion is on the last log, and he can't swim, and he's about to drown, and Durnik saves him. Yay! So this is our fishing pool. Because in the precision fishing pack that Shitlike made, there's special drops that you can get if you fish in a sunflower forest with the right kind of fishing pole. So I have to see what kind of pole that is and put some poles in here. I haven't done that yet, but this is our sunflower forest. So I just made this little lake so that we could fish here. And I think on most of the places I made a story. I copied this right out of the book. It tells the story of the raft falling apart, and it had an alarming tendency to sink on one end and an alarming habit of coming apart at unexpected moments. And so it was Garion when it fell off. And so then Durnik saved him. So I put part of the story for people who want to know what this little scene is. And there's another little, in the middle, we have like a little well. And actually, I think Skelly dug this down so that it goes to the house. I don't know why he thought it needed to do that, but it does. And then here was one where the story is in the book here. Dorun, Zubret, was always trying to make the boys do things. And so Dorun went to the highest branch of the tree and fell off and broke his arm. And Garion took him to Aunt Paul, and Rendorig was very upset, and Zubret ran away, saying it wasn't her fault, and she was running away crying. Well, Aunt Paul got up, told Garion to go find her. He said, "Did you thrash her?" She said, "No, you don't thrash little girls." She yelled at him. Cows, more wheat, cows, chickens. Drops, you can help yourself. Just breed them if you kill them. Eggs, we don't need. We have so many eggs now. Sheep. Hi, sheeple. Their sheep's wool is in here, so grab some for a bed before you go anywhere. Pumpkin patch. This is the head of the outhouse. This is where you can set your spawn, stand on the bed, have someone kill you, put all your stuff in the chest, stand on the bed and have someone kill you. And then your head will fall into the hoppers and go into the chest. So in the chest, you'll be able to collect your head. So it's a really easy way of collecting heads when you need them. It does require assistance in there, though. You can shoot an arrow up in the air and kill yourself, but it's kind of hard. It actually doesn't, mostly doesn't kill you. And when you have flaming arrows, it's kind of annoying. Here's a barn that I copied from one of those guys. I'll look. I think it was... Here's the pigs. Faldor grows and sells hams. It's I put the name in here because I was thinking Jaracraft. So yeah, I love his builds, and this barn was his pattern. Great tutorial too, super detailed. And this is just storage of all kinds of stuff. It's just stuff. So if you need something when you start and you want to come look in the barn, you'll probably find what you want. There's just tons of stuff here, from redstone to seeds, whatever. And then you can actually come up here and there's a bed, and there's a little crane here that's picking hay bales off the delivery cart to put them up in the hayloft here. The kids spent a lot of time jumping off the hayloft. That was one of their things. More storage. I don't even know what's in half of these. Skelly decided it would be fun to randomly just put stuff in the chests. I was trying to have it organized, but no, he didn't want it organized. He wanted it just random, and I'm like, ah! But okay, I just a little bit of dirt, more dirt. Places for your horses. This is one of my horses. I need to bring a saddle for him. For him, I need to find some black horses. Over here on the farm, so I built the barn. I also built the butcher shop. Skelly's been building Key House. It's huge. Why does this not have slabs? I always have slabs. I don't have any. This is the butcher shop. And this is Sam the Butcher from the Brady Bunch. Aristide is the big holiday every year. It's when they celebrate the day that the gods made the world. And even though they didn't make it in one day, but I guess it was the first day people were here. I don't know. But they celebrate all the different gods. There's 7 of them on Aristide. So Faldor sells Aristide hams, so you can tell how many you need. And then Sam the Butcher will make sure you have enough hams. Sam lives up here, which it's time to sleep, so we'll sleep in Sam's bed. Sam, thanks for the hospitality. Thanks for letting us sleep in your bed. And Sam lives up here. And then out back here is where he butchers the animals. When Skelly came here, it scared him. But the pig's already tied up, ready to butcher. And the little drain there for the blood to go. And all the implements on the walls of butchery. From the Brady Bunch, yes. I was like, was anybody going to get this? I don't know if they'll get it or not. Here's where the animals are that are waiting to be slaughtered. So Sam's got a busy day ahead of him, it looks like. Sheeple over here. It was something to fill up the yard with. It looked really cute. That was our beginning bamboo farm, and there's a little bit of sugarcane over there too that Skelly put down when we first started. I just woke up. It's not time to sleep, right? Okay, so that, I think, is everything on the farm, except for Sadi's thing. Oh, here's another diorama over here. So one day at Aristide, one day the men were talking about the Battle of Vomimbre, which was a huge battle 500 years ago. And they were talking about Torak, who is Garion's arch enemy, one of the gods. And And they were playing, he and Randorg were playing Brand and Kaltorek Vomibre battle. And Garion ended up beating Randorg to within an inch of his life, and Aunt Paul got really mad at him. And so the story is written in the book. So they're over here. This is where I need to have the man on the black horse, but I don't have him yet because I have to find black horses. I have one black horse, and every time I breed him, I don't get a black horse baby. So this is Skelly's mess that must be cleaned up. I could actually just put all that stuff in the barn, I think. Maybe I will. He was making this road to Upper Gralt. Upper Gralt is the closest village to Faldor's farm. And Garion and Belgarath visited one day to get Garion out from underfoot. Just after the battle, the Kaltorek battle. And we need some slabs on those little jumps. And it's just, this village actually has most of our good price trading books. And actually, I needed mending and unbreaking, but what for? I know I needed them for something. I lost my hat the other day, but I remade my hat. I didn't bring anything to trade with them anyway, so. What are you guys doing out here, huh? You bugging the librarians? Are you? Why are you not? Why is the Mason not in his house? Oh, he is. I see. Hi, dude. Oh, you're just fishermanning on your barrel. I see. So, yeah, this guy's got Silk Touch for 18. We have Mending for 10. So that's Upper Gralt. It's just a little village of books. There's a looting guy down there. So we're trying to keep it as our our librarian and trading haven. I don't know if we have any rotten flesh in here though. No. Oh, he's building. He's got building stuff. He's building. He's building more houses for more villagers. And it goes up several levels. And we have some of those dudes. Here's Unbreaking for 15 and Mending for 10's over there. The guy's standing on it. Oh no, here's the Unbreaking. I mean Mending for 10 in there. I don't think, yeah, I don't want to give you books. I think you only give one for a book, right? Come here, dude. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, 4 books for 1 emerald. No, that's not enough. Nope, sorry. Hi, fisherman. You're hanging around that barrel, huh? So this is Upper Gralt. So let's fly back down to Faldor's farm. Take the quick way home. This is another little family house for one of the farm families to live on. Skelly adopted it. I built it, but he decided to adopt it. And it's got, you know, a kitchen, dining room, of course, the usual, the huge bedrooms upstairs. Skelly decided this is going to be his spawn house, so okay, you can have it. I just built it to try and fill up space. Our terrifying nether entrance is over here. And this is the entrance to the spawn part of the nether. Skelly built this. I added a chest with some gold stuff in it in case people forgot to wear gold. Start into the nether, always a mistake. So then over here, Sadi the eunuch from Nyissa has set up trade. He's a professional poisoner, among being also the prime minister of Nyissa, but he's selling Sadi's savory sips and soups, and he's got a variety of different sips here, and he's got a variety of different soups here. Some of them are quite suspicious, and he's touting his wares. Faldor was kind enough to let him set up this little caravan type sales thing here. They've got a little place to sleep. So there we are, Saudi with his sips and soups. And then we have the road to the Vale. So this leads right out of Faldor's farm. The Vale is the god Aldur's place. In Sandaria, they worship all 7 of the gods. All the other countries only worship one god. But the Vale is Aldur's place. Belgarath is one of his disciples. He's the main character. Polgara is as well. Garion will become one as he grows older. And they are, in the story, they take a trip. They have to go, they're searching for something that has been stolen. And so they visit a lot of the cities, the little towns and villages in Sandaria on their way just to make sure that the item they're looking for isn't still in Sandaria. Belgarath can kind of smell it. And then they go down to, they go a few different places. Here's a little old man with a cart. We don't know. They constantly encounter little old men with carts and different things. Skelly built that. I built the road. They go through, in Sandaria, they're taken back to the capital and then taken up to Cherik, and they do that whole thing with the Cherik king and all the kings of the west. And then they go back to start their journey. And they go through Erendia, which I am sort of envisioning this will become Erendia here. Not sure. It's not very flat. We want to build Vomimbre. We'll need to build it like, I don't know. They go through Erendia and Tolnedra and Nyissa. I have one place here where I can't put a extra slabs. I have one jump on this road. And then Belgarath gets basically a message that Aldur wants him to come to the Vale. And Polgara says, it's so far out of our way. And Belgarath says, I've been obeying him for 7,000 years. I'm not going to stop now. They find a Tolnedran hostel, and there's a part of the story here as the company follows the apostate who stole the orb. Belgarath receives a summons from the god Aldur requiring him to come to the Vale. After 7,000 years of obedience, he's not going to start disobeying now, so the travelers change course to skirt the district of the Marags. Stay in the Tolnedran hostel, enjoy a good meal, a hot bath. Paul insists, she's very big on baths, and a warm bed before heading up the trail ahead of you toward haunted Marigor. If you wish to go straight to the Vale, continue following the main road to your left. So you can stable your animals here. There's also a cow here in case you need milk. The Tolnedran hostel has its own little farm. Chickens over there. It has a kitchen, which is super stocked with food, so you can grab something to eat. This just goes back out to the front of it. This goes to the main room behind the bar. And this goes up to the landlord's quarters, which are also accessible from inside the upstairs. Here's where the landlord lives in his little outfit, ready to change into his little sitting room. I should probably put that on the other side. Well, I don't know. And here's the main room of the inn. Tolnedran hostels are well maintained. They are secure. The Tolnedran legionnaires keep them safe. I should put some legionnaires in here. And people. I should put more people in here. And you can get rooms at the inn. And you go upstairs. That's the landlord's room. Hi, Delmer. How you doing? Here's the room that Polgara gets with the bath, because she's big on baths. She and Sinedra stay in this room. And we will too. And the men get a more dormitory style room up here. This is the dorm room that the men get. They have a nice fireplace to sit. It's nice. You could move into a Tolnedron hostel and be quite comfortable. But now that we've stayed at the Tolnedron hostel, we shall continue on the road to Marigor. And this will be a good test. I did put a house along the way. It'll be a good test to see if we can see everything in Marigor and still make it to the other house by bedtime. So that'll be our test. So they start, and they're going to go around Marigor. That's their plan. 250 leagues to the Vale. The league is 6 miles. And they get some surprises. As they go down the road, they see a gold mining camp. Warning, entering haunted Marigor. This region is not under the protection of the Tolnedron legions. District of the Marags. Do not enter. So Marigor is a country that had beautiful, lovely people in it, but it had one problem, which is that there's gold all everywhere, on the ground, in the rivers, everywhere. And of course, the neighboring Tolnedrons, very greedy, and so they actually ended up killing all the Marags in a horrible act of genocide because they wanted the gold. And so the god Mara, who is devastated at the loss of all his people, stays in the center. His spirit is in the center of Marigor, and he wails constantly, and he makes ghosts that haunt the entire Marag landscape. So this is all my entire build here. As the company leaves Tolnedron and comes to the border of the district of the Marags, they encounter a gold mining camp. These camps are full of rough men trying to glean small amounts of gold from the streams that run out of Marigor. Nobody can go into Marigor because you'll go insane from the ghosts. So they try to mine on the outside edges of it. They are full of murder and treachery as the men fight each other for every bit of gold. Belgorod decides to go through the camp, hoping for some information about the road ahead, but they are accosted as soon as they enter. Only the presence of Mandaralin, a fully armored Membrate Knight, and the large Cherik warrior, Barak, ensure the company's safety. They learn from a Drosnian spy, using the camp as a cover, that the area is crawling with Murgos looking for them. The situation seems dire. So this was all just a plains, and I made it into a taiga. I've done a lot of biome altering in this thing. So here's our gold camp. This guy says that's far enough. He thinks he's going to steal their horses and everything, but they have Mandaralin with them, who's in full armor. I made these little tents. They're cute. I forgot who the pattern was, but I just searched for tents in Minecraft, and I really liked this one. And so I used it for a lot of the guys. They're getting ready to go mining for gold. They've got little storage of their gold, not gold, that they don't have any gold. They would like to, but they don't really get any. They're cooking food. And they got their donkeys here. Finally, you're staying where I put you. You have been a pain in the neck, you know that. Yes, you have. They're in their tents. They're sitting around eating. I made this whole little mining camp. I love this. This was one of my favorite things. It's got so many little fun things in it. This guy's sharpening his pick. Little bags for their gold. They're cooking things over the fire, brewing some beer. So as the party prepares, did I stand another one? Wait a minute, there should be another one before this. Is it over here? I was trying to figure out how to get people to go where I wanted them to. Oh, it's right here on the road. It's on the road. Okay. There we go. In the gold mining camp, the travelers have a rude awakening. They discover that Brill, the shabby Sendarian farmhand who has been following them, is not who they thought he was. They see him kill one of the miners casually with an adder sting, the weapon of the elite assassins of the Murgos, the Dagashi. Belgarath, against his better judgment, determines that the party must cross the haunted plains of Marigor to avoid Murgo pursuit. This will have the added benefit of cutting off hundreds of leagues from the journey to the Vale, although it will also mean a detour into the mountains above Ulgoland, full of more than just ghosts. So before they enter Marigor, as the party prepares to enter haunted Marigor, Polgara and Belgarath lead them aside. They bid the group stand in a circle, and Polgara puts them into a sort of walking sleep. This will keep them from seeing the horrors that await travelers through this tortured land. Almost immediately, the dry voice that has always been in Garion's head awakens him and begins to explain his purpose in this quest. The spirit of the original purpose of the universe has labored for millennia to bring Garion to just this moment so that he can heal the breach in creation. Garion begins to understand how important it is that he learn to channel and use his immense power, and he is given a hint at the events that will come in the future. As the party travels through Marigor, Garion sees the horrors that haunt the region, but does not feel the emotions that would normally rip his sanity away. The others sleep on. So here is Polgara. Oh, these, you know what? Lecterns. They're wiggly. I don't understand why they're glitchy. Here's Polgara. She's told everybody to stand in a circle. They're all holding their hands, and she's putting them to sleep. And then after they fall asleep, they go and get back on their horses and proceed on their way through Marigor. Oh, bye-bye, turtle. See you later. Ooh. Start at 5 a.m. next time. My 5 a.m.? Yeah, I'll do that. You can watch the video because this one will go on YouTube. So as we go through Marigor, I've made all these little hauntings. I love them so much. And there's gold on the ground everywhere, which is why the Maregs were killed. I found so many great heads of haunting looking people. Here's like a zombie looking guy. Here's a great one. He's got the head of a dead Mareg woman in his hand. She's dripping blood, but still gold everywhere. The monks of Mar Turan are Tolnedrins who try to console the spirits of the murdered Maregs, because the Tolnedrins murdered them. They are here to atone for the Tolnedrin massacre of Mara's people when the greedy Tolnedrins killed an entire nation in the quest for gold. Please go slowly and enjoy all the haunts of Marigor. There is a rest house ahead before you arrive at Maraman, the central city in the district. And we're hoping that there's enough time. So the bell rings. The monks of Mar Turan have their bell, and I can't wait for okay, this is the thing I'm gonna need from the deep dark, right? The skulk sensors. I will be able to put under these blocks instead of using the pressure plates, so that when you walk on the blocks, it will send the redstone signal that makes the bell ring. That's underground. Bong! I love the bells. So I can't wait for those. I'm hoping somebody will go down and get them so I don't have to. Here's a zombie kind of guy and a ghost kind of guy. They're all haunting this poor city. Here's one. Ah! She jumps out when you walk over. Another place for skulk sensors. And a lot of the ghosts are reenactments of the war where Tolnedrin soldiers, killed small children. A lady with no arms with blood dripping out goes right through Garion's face as he's writing and talking to the purpose, and he doesn't even really notice it much. He's just kind of ew. Here's a Tolnedrin soldier killing a Mareg woman. The Maregs were overwhelmingly women. About 8 out of every 10 births was a female. This guy's been chopped up. These guys are heads hanging from the tree. He comes to a thing where people are hanging, and I'm like, I don't know how you can do that. This guy did not pop out of your little spot, dude. So much fun. I figured that out when I made the Haunted Mansion on Eternia, and I love them. This guy's killing a Marag woman. Rest here before venturing into Maramon, the center of the horror, where the spirit of the god Mara wails in despair. Be sure to set your spawn point. We made a little tiny, like little rest house here where you can come and set your spawn, sleep. This is good. We are 32 ticks, or whatever those, I assume each one of those seconds is a tick. 32 ticks early. So that's good. I'm glad people have time to look at everything and still get here before it's time to sleep. It's hard to time that stuff while you're building it, right? Because it took me weeks to build it, so who knows if the timing's going to be right when you walk it. This is my first time actually walking it and reading the books. Don't go back there. It's very haunty. It's really haunty back there. It's dangerous. Mostly this area is pretty lighted. I've got a lot of lighting here, and it's pretty safe at night. But back there, I make no promises if you go south of the road. In the center of Maragor, the god Mara's spirit wails in grief at the loss of his children. The devastating sound carries throughout the district, and he is inconsolable. Belgarath insists the company stop to pay their respect and ask Mara's blessings on the fulfillment of the prophecy, but the Lord Mara has no blessings for this group. He recognizes that Sinedra is Tolnedrin, the race that murdered his people, and he vows to rip her soul from her. But the purpose of the prophecy intervenes through Garion and protects the tiny princess, while Mara is furious with grief. Mara says his grief and mourning will last forever. The prophecy points out that forever is a very long time, and only I can see to the end of it. So here's Maramon. This was the capital city. And in Maramon, Mara causes the whole slaughter thing to happen over and over. So it starts out with all perfect buildings and the people living in it, and then the war happens and people die, and then it turns into ruins. So I just went with the ruins. There's various ghosty things in the different, what would have been the buildings. Various scenes of Tolnedrin cruelty. The Tolnedra is basically like the Roman Empire, right? So they dress like Romans, and all of these are done with the Armor Stand book from Vanilla Tweaks, Statues book, and several of them are multiple armor stands. Some of you have been watching me make them. They are all a ton of work. Ooh, he's stabbing a sword right through her head. Skelly came and he goes, "This was horrifying. Your Maragor is horrifying." Belgarath says to Mara, "Give us thy blessings, Lord Mara," with Polgara, because they're the only two that are awake. And Garion, they think Garion's asleep, but he's not. And he has the prophecy responds and says, Mara just cries all the time about his children being killed. He wails and moans, and it's a very loud sound that can be heard through the whole country. So every one of the buildings has some gory scene in it. And they go back out here to continue their journey to the Vale. Going down the road. I probably should put a few more out here. A few more haunties. So they go up the hill. When the gods formed the world, they each took unto themselves the people and creatures that pleased them. But many of the creatures they made were unseemly, and they wanted to unmake these. Ul and the universe forbade the unmaking of any creation, so the gods turned their backs on these creatures. The holy Gorim, after many years of patience, persuaded Ul to take these creations as his own, along with the Gorim's own people. Oh, I should have an apostrophe there. When Torak cracked the world with the orb of Alder, the creatures of Ul were driven mad and became monsters, attacking the people of Ulgoland. The people retreated underground to the caverns below and left the mountains above to the monsters. The creatures, even mad, are considered sacred to Ul, and the god and the Goring prohibit harming them if avoidable. The travelers see several of these creatures, particularly Algroths, roaming the forests, but they manage to avoid encounters with most of them on the way to the Vale. Please enjoy the monsters along the route. They have been restrained for your safety and theirs. We beg you not to harm them. Just enjoy their beauty, oft unappreciated. I need an apostrophe there. Can I add to this? I wonder. This one. Take the book, page 2. I probably can't. Oh, I can. Oh, there we go. Well done. See, good for proofreading. Yay for proofreading. All right. So they have a nice place to water their horses here. I was debating whether I needed a place for them to stay here, but I don't. That's good. I have all the pumpkins. I do have time for some more scary people below, though. I think that'd be good. Oh, the barking of the Algroth. The Algroths are like dogs that walk on 2 legs and have goat heads. Can you hear it? Can you hear the screaming goats? Oh my god, they're fabulous. I love the screaming goats. They're the best. Here's the Algroths attacking them. They're attacking the people. They try to attack them, but they do manage to save themselves. Sinedra gets attacked by a lion here, but Mandoralin saves her. So here are some of Ul's creatures from Ulgoland. We have some pandas. Yes, we do. So cute. Yes, you're so cute. We have the much more terrifying Ravagers in here. Yeah. Come over here, babes. Come over here so we can see you. There you are. Oh. And I've actually been thinking I need to put a roof over the Ravagers because, oh, hold on 1 second. I need to pause because I have a call from my health insurance company. It's just an approval of a medical thing. And if I talk to her, she'll start over. So anyway, I think I need to put a roof on the Ravagers because I don't want anybody flying past here to die. Coming down here, you have the option of taking this road south to Azure Bay and my base. Uh-oh, looks like a torch melted an ice. Or we could continue to the Vale via the cave. We better go put that torch out. It's making a lake on the way to Azure Bay. Here's some polar bears, Bonnie and Clyde. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Stop. You stop too. Good grief. Why do I hear a zombie? That's not one of the things I should be hearing. Are you inside there, dude? I thought about making a zombie display, but I didn't. Oh, I need to take those lights out too. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'll come back and deal with you later, sir. The weather in the mountains has become increasingly cold, and a large storm of snow, ice, and howling winds has caught the party on the side of the mountain. Seeking even a bit of shelter, they struggle on with a pregnant mare that's ready to foal at any moment. Garion suddenly says, "Why not stay in the cave and ride out the storm?" "What cave?" asks Belgarath, who has traveled these mountains numerous times. "It's just ahead," says Garion, unsure how he knows of its existence. As he steps up to the pitted, blackened iron entrance, the door opens and they enter a magical place, the perfect place to weather the storm. We come up here, and the bell rings. Every time Garion does something that's part of the thing, the big bell rings. The cave is warm and almost perfectly spherical. Across from the entrance is an enormous fireplace with a fire laid in it. As soon as Dernick touches it with his flint and tinder, the cave lights up with a peculiar glow. In the center of the room is an enormous stone table with stone benches around it. Silk climbs up and reports there are 7 place settings with a bowl of curious fruit in the center. Belgarath cautions him to touch nothing. Belgarath explains that when the gods made the world, they sometimes had to meet to discuss how things would work, like tides, winds, that sort of thing. This cave was the place where they met. Belgarath and his brother disciples have been looking for this cave for millennia, unable to find it. He is mystified by Garion's knowledge of it. As they explore, the mare goes into labor. It is her first foal, and it is breech. Dernick and Hetar prepare to turn the foal, while Polgara and Sinedra make a soothing potion to calm the mare. The foal is born dead, and Sinedra is bereft. Garion moves towards the foal and pushes against the wall of darkness he senses within. Even though it is believed impossible, he encourages the tiny foal to live. As the colt takes his first breath, a loud bell sounds, signifying an event in the prophecy. Belgarath and Polgara are stunned that Garion managed to revive the animal, and the animal, forever marked with the circular shape from Garion's hand, is now devoted to Garion. The party weathers the storm in the cave and gives the mare and colt a chance to stabilize before they continue through the mountains of Ulgo toward the Vale below. During this time, Mandoralin explores the nature of fear, something he has just experienced for the first time, with the help of Beric and Dernick. So here's the cave. We've watched me make the cave. Here's Mandoralin saying, "I have never before tasted of fear." And Beric says, "All men are afraid sometimes." The horses are in here. Here's my one black horse that won't be more black horses. He only breeds horses with white feet. They've got the horses tied up at the spring, the natural spring that's in the cavern. They're over here. Hetar's over here with the horse. He's the horse lord, the Shadar. He can read the minds of horses and talk to them telepathically. And he tells the foal will need to be turned. Here's Dernick lighting the fire. Polgara says, "Let me get some of this into her first. That'll calm her down and make it easy to do what they need to do." Garion and Sinedra are over here. Sinedra's been teaching Garion to read. He didn't know that Garion didn't read. So I know the goats are so funny. And so she's teaching him to read. Belgarath is telling Silk not to touch anything. Silk has climbed up the table and sees the place settings and the fruit in the middle of the fruit bowl. He says, "I wonder." Silk is ever curious. And then they have places for all of them to sleep for the night. I put the beds on top. I liked that better. My 2 wolves are still in here, but they will be part of Chapter 2 when we fight the Eldrakeen. So I am so happy with the way the cave turned out. I'm really pleased. Oh, we gotta sleep. Gotta sleep while we're here. I know the ice. Stupid torches. I never know where they are, and then I look and I go, oh, yeah, there you go. Melted ice. What is that Enderman doing? He's bebopping around all over the place up there. I really haven't seen many Endermen. Since we turned off Enderman griefing, I really have to go to the end to see them. I don't know. So as we proceed, there's more of the monsters of Ulgoland. We have Manimo and Jack the Strays here. We have Screech and Whoosh the Phantoms. Hi guys. Yeah. We have Itsy and Bitsy the spiders. They're like clustered on top of each other. Hi guys, you look like a two-headed spider over there. Or a spider with even way too many legs and eyes. I suppose I could put zombies in here or something. I have zombie spawn eggs, so that would actually be easy. There's a couple jumpy places here. My striders are here. And you can actually go in, you can ride a strider, you can reel one in with a fishing pole, and you can actually breed them. You can actually get 3 advancements in this one spot. Lots of potions of fire resistance for people who want to go in and play with the striders. And the strider steering pole. So cute. And then we have our blazes in here. Hello, blazes. Hi, guys. And then we go up the hill. I'm going to have to make the fight with the Eldrak here, which is between the cave and the Vale. So that'll be part of chapter 2. More of the Eldraking, or actually maybe it could be here. This is where the wolves will be going. And then as you come down the hill, you're heading into the Vale, which will be chapter 2. I had to use a lot of stairs because it's very steep. I had to redo it twice. And then we will be in the Vale of Altar. This is where the tree will go, the giant tree will go in this area. And then in the Vale, we will have the Wizard's Towers. That'll be chapter 2. So that's all going to happen after we upgrade to 119. This is the materials for the tree. So this road that continues back to spawn, I am going to put right here. I'm going to build one of the wizard towers here so that it goes up and covers the whole entrance here to my mine, which you'll enter through the back part of the tower. I'm going to move the stable in here, into here. So all of this part will be covered by the tower, and you won't see it from the Vale, but then you'll be able to come in here and go through here to my... if you really wanted to go to my old workshop, which is empty now, or if you needed to get some snow from the snow guy, he's up here. There's some of those berry things if you need some of those. There's nothing in here, not even a bed, so the snow dude is over here. You can get snow, or if you need to do any maintenance on the cave, that can all be accessed from up here, but probably we won't come up here much. But you can go down this hallway, which I need to decorate the whole hallway better, to the and then down the path. That's where we just were, passing the polar bears and going to the cave. And then this goes down to my base, the same as it always has, as we've seen a million times. So I'm pretty happy with my base so far. I was doing a tour of the whole thing, and I'll put it on my YouTube channel too. I'll put the video on my YouTube channel. I think you have to wait 24 hours for Twitch, but yeah, I'll get it on there so that if you want to watch from the beginning, you can. I was doing a tour of the whole story from my chapter 1 builds, because when we go to upgrade to 119, we're going to go to chapter 2. We're also going to make a world download of this so far, what it is right now, and put it on Planet Minecraft so that people can walk through the world. That's why I made the storybooks, so people can look and see the story. So we've seen my base a lot with all my stuff. I did pick up something. Oh, I have an extra torch. I made the I put yesterday in my visitor center. Because this is where people will come to Azure Bay. I put the little maps. I labeled all the maps, like where's the iron farm, where's the bamboo farm, where's the wool, you know, all the things that people might need. And I put copies of the maps in here. And I wrote a book, Welcome to Azure Bay, Lady Vivian's Base, beds and food are upstairs, free maps are in the barrel to your left. There are 2 maps right now. Farms at Azure Bay, iron farm, bamboo farm, sugarcane, cow farm, chicken farm, wool farm, villager trading, the goat farm, the creeper farm, scoot farm, brewing and enchanting, storage, sea pickles, and bees. We hope you enjoy your stay. Thanks for visiting. So people can come to the Welcome Center here. This is how Azure Bay fits into the world. And then this is an up-close map of what's here. And then, of course, there are beds and cooking and a little storage and makey table stuff for people to spend the day here. I don't have anything up here. I have just empty barrels, but I may actually, this may end up being like overflow storage for people who need stuff. Actually, I could put some of the heads here. I have a bunch of extra different heads that I got for like the scary ones from Marigore. I could put some up there. That would be good. I was kind of wondering where to store those. And pumpkins. So then we go over here. This is going to be the chapter 2 part of my base. So that was the chapter. You saw my chapter 2 books part. This is my chapter 2 base area. I'm going to build a big dock. I'm going to build a little like fishing village or dockside town or that kind of thing, and I'm going to put some ships in that harbor. So that's my ambitious plans for chapter 2 here at Azure Bay. So then it would look like people would either arrive on the ships or they would come here through the nether, and either way they would see the welcome building first. So my nether of course area, I love this cave. I'm so happy with this. You can't get too much stuff in one place, can you? No, I don't think so. If people come through the nether, I finished my nether hallway. Looks like I should eat. I think I have gold helmet on yet. Not that it matters because I have made it safe, of course. So here's my nether base. I'm super happy with this wall design. I really like the way it came out. More nether bricks are cooking all the time. Set my spawn. Down here, not that people are going to hang down here a lot, but down here I have a mining operation that goes way down. These two are best friends, and no matter how many times I separate them, they end up together every time. They're just besties. You can hear the there's hoglins right out there. Down here we are down to Y 12, and so I just brought a bunch more back of that stuff, and I'm going to keep digging here to try and get some more netherite. These things here are sticking out in the air to hopefully keep ghasts from spawning. I'm hoping there's not a big space big enough for ghasts, although that looks like it's plenty big. I haven't seen any yet, but I will. I might lower the ceiling. After I dig it, I'll maybe add back in ceiling stuff, because I need to dig up to at least A15, but oh, here's the stairs. So I will dig for some netherite. I haven't actually, Skelly's given me netherite ingots, which I've used on my armor and stuff, but I haven't actually dug up any ancient debris, and I think you have to at least hold some for an advancement. So I've kind of just been looking for one piece. Just one piece would be great. Crazy town. But it would be good to find like 4 pieces so I could make an ingot. There's also an advancement for netherite, having a netherite block, I think, but or a stack of netherite blocks, which I will not get. But so this is my very safe nether area. Love the wall design. Super happy with that. Piglin bartering. Hi guys. Hi guys. They say they're so cute. I made the whole nether hallway. So I finished this yesterday. Got all of my... So during the length of the hallway, I have my same pattern going. And then up the stairs, it is the tree. The nether fungus stem thing. These guys are on a perpetual coffee break. I've had to separate you guys more than once. So my hallway goes the whole way to the spawn point with this decoration. So pretty happy with it. And then most recently, Skelly and I spent a little time making a guardian farm. So that is this way. There's the signs tell the guardian farm. So I really need to like do some like glow ink or something on these signs. Very hard to read them on the... And I found that dyeing them white doesn't really help. Good. Thank you for doing your job over here. Piglin bartering. And then this leads to the guardian floor. The floor is only 1 block thick for most of this over a lava lake. So don't dig while you're in this hallway. Yeah, we're going to go look at it. So the guardian farm that we built was Biological Geek Boy. And it's one where you don't have to drain the farm, and you don't have to, all you have to do is kill the elder guardians. You don't have to get rid of all the other guardians. So that's very handy. It's not as pretty as my one on Kuningstan's Kingdoms, but it's acceptable. Oh, it's nighttime. So here's our guardian farm. It sits on the top of the ocean, and I built the building. We just made the farm. Skelly and I made the farm, and then I came back and said, no, I have to organize all the drops and build a nice safe building to be in and make sure it's all lighted and all that. So it's a pretty basic one. On these, the top 3 chests are sorted, and the bottom one is unsorted because it just drips. The stuff just goes down a water stream across all the hoppers. So you're gonna get, like I put shards in here, but you're gonna get. So I'm gonna periodically come here and put them away. This is kind of my plan. So just so that they'll be kind of organized. But you can see how much stuff drops. It's ridiculous, the amount of stuff. And so there's that, and all the bottom rows are unsorted, the bottom chests. So I'll just periodically come and sort it. I stood here for hours after the first AFK test, just like making bricks and, making dark prismarine and making regular prismarine, just so we could get some of the drops out of the way because there's so many. I would just have too much. So I said to him, Skelly, look, I made all those sea lanterns. I said, Skelly, we'll probably never need to AFK here again because we have everything. There's even this more sea lanterns and stuff and more stuff. But if anyone wants to go downstairs and bash the guardians in their home environment, there's invisibility potions, there's water breathing. I made it so that you could see how to do it. So 1 nether wart equals an aqua potion. The pufferfish and a redstone makes a long potion of water breathing. Golden carrot plus redstone plus a fermented spider eye makes invisibility. So people should be able to brew potions. There's empty bottles. There's water. So there's that. We have lots of even of the those things which we really needed, because that was why I needed the wither skellies. The side is not as good as the other side. I wonder why. Huh. Not as many guardians over here. But our AFK spot is very beautiful, of course, because I made it very beautiful. It was a tower of dirt up here. So what the Guardian Farm has is several rows of soul-fired campfires over the top of hoppers, and it has lots of the soul sand bubble stuff to bubble the guardians up. And when you're up, by the time you get up here, the only water for the guardians to spawn in the spawning sphere is the water that's in the farm area. So they can't spawn in the ocean around it, and they can't spawn in the monument below. They can only spawn in the farm. So if you AFK up here, then the guardians will spawn in and get stuck on the campfires and die and put their drops in the hoppers. So there's a little runway, so if you want to fly up here with your elytra, you can do that. Things storage, of course, food in case you need it, place to sleep, you know, all that stuff. You can look down and see our little guardian farm. So it's a pretty easy one. It was very easy to make. We only died like 5 times, and I died once. Skelly died 4 times. I see what you did there, Delmer. You want to see the Guardian Farm. So the Guardian Farm is actually pretty close, directly east of my place. So that's why the portal to it goes down my nether hallway. And it's funny because as you come down and decrease the spawning sphere, it moves slower. You can start seeing the guardians spawn in the ocean around the farm. Usually. I don't see them yet, but... So it's important to remember that the... there's one. That's a dolphin. It's important to remember that the monument is intact down below. If you want to go smack guardians, you can. Grab some invisibility potion, smack away, and so take some water breathing so they don't kill you. Wear a helmet. But they start, there's one, they start spawning in as soon as you get down here and shooting their laserfish thing at you. Stop shooting your laserfish thing at me. Yeah, you're mean. You're so mean. They're so mean. So this is our Guardian Farm. I'm pretty happy with it. Skelly said he was going to do something cute here, and then I tried to build a little safe hut around the chests, and then I got carried away and then built a whole little house, and then he was like, dang, woman. I said, but I like it. It's so pretty. I said, you can tear it down and put something else here. I don't think he will. So that's kind of chapter 1. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty happy with the stuff we've built on here. I got everything pretty much finished. I don't have too many messes to clean up. Thank you for doing your job, little Tony. Appreciate you keeping my hallway safe. I'm gonna have to find out where that zombie in the cave area is, because I cannot have that sort of thing going on. I think that's most of my a piglin grunting like that? Do you guys grunt like that? You sounded like a pig, a hoglin. I have all the stuff set aside to build a hoglin farm. I just haven't decided where I would want to build that. I have one of everything in here so that it will sort. Except obviously I didn't have fire charges. Yeah, you guys, that's boring stuff. It's blackstone. What? Blackstone, crying obsidian, regular obsidian. Come on. And this is kind of the same principle as Guardian Farm Storage. The stuff, you know, starts at the top and sifts down to sort itself. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you still have a little gold left. Yeah, a little bit. We need to go gold farm AFKing. So, Delmer, have you seen the gold farm? I made a gold farm. I did build that on stream, I think. So my hallway, that was yesterday. So I did think the gold farm would be a good place to AFK when I log off because we really need the gold. Ooh, somebody crabbies out the side of that thing. Where are you? I didn't make this hallway neat. I probably should, but I haven't got that far yet. But this is like everybody's hallway, not just my hallway, so I didn't want to like decorate it too much, but yeah, I think you saw me make it. I hear all these hoglins. Not a fan. I like this. I really like the crimson over the thingies. Okay, gold farm's this way, so we'll go see. I still haven't decided with this gold farm. It's not like, I mean, I don't know if you'll get enough AFKing to make it worth. Or if they just come down to the bottom and then. I heard somebody fall down. Where's my door? Why is the door missing? Uh-oh is right. Did the zombie piglin break my door? Somebody's been here. That's a lot of that. Okay. Where's the door? Why is the door gone? Maybe zombie piglins. I like to have doors. Thank you. He must have hit somebody and they got mad and came down here and broke the door. I wonder if he died. I wonder if he died. I'll leave a few extras. It doesn't usually, I mean, the door doesn't usually go anywhere. Why are you not going down the thing? The hoppers aren't full. Why are you not getting sucked in? Did he break my thing? What the heck? The hoppers aren't full. Surely he didn't, like, misdirect my hoppers. I think they're all going into... There's not an area without hoppers. getting sucked down? I don't understand. Huh. No, I can't jump because of this. Come here. Huh. I don't get it. There's hoppers here. I don't understand why that wouldn't be sucked into that hopper. Oh, because it's not. Where are you filling up from? I see, it was just too full. He must have changed something. Huh. Interesting. So maybe he just left before it had time to process all the drops. Or died here because somebody broke the door. Those hoppers aren't. Okay, well that's interesting. Leather? Why would they drop leather? I'm not seeing much gold come through, though. I wasn't actually intending for the leather to get cooked. I was sort of intending for the... Because we had the zombie farm for that. I was sort of intending to put the leather at the... to take it for the clerics. Boy, he was down here a while. So I still don't know whether it's better to just hang out at the AFK spot, or maybe he just took all the gold and left all the rotten flesh. Yeah, I know, but you're down there. You can't hurt me. I don't know. Anyway, this is the gold farm. This is where I am going to AFK and stop streaming. So let's get all the way up here. I finally went with this 5 wide hole so they can hopefully fall down it with the turtle egg in. I don't know if something's facing the wrong way, or if I should probably just go redo them, huh? There seems to be a little traffic jam, a little, I mean, the stuff's going through, the zombie flesh is coming through, so it's just taking ages. What is this? Why do we have a hole? Is that so that you can dive in here with your elytra? Is that the plan? Just climb the ladder, dude. Was I missing one? I don't think I was missing one. I had 3 stacks of extra. I don't think I was one short. Huh. Maybe he just wants to land with his elytra and be in there. I don't know. I'll have to go check those hoppers, but we'll see how it works when I'm done. Here I am, miles above the earth. I can literally see nothing below. So funny. Like being in a cage. Especially when you're in glass, you look like you're standing on nothing. I'm standing in midair. So because I need gold for my piglins, this is where I'm gonna AFK and see you guys later. That's my chapter 2. I also built a gas farm, but I don't need gunpowder, and I got like a stack of gas tiers AFKing for a couple hours over there, so I'll probably never need gas tiers again either. And then the Froglight farm will be the first farm I build in chapter 2. All the materials are over there for building it, and as soon as we update, I will go and build that. So this is my video of my whole story that I've done so far and my things that I have built, and I will make this into one video on YouTube so that it can be there and as like a little record. I have a bunch of other videos to edit too, but we'll see. Video editing I'm not that motivated for the video editing thing, actually. I'm sort of wishing I had never started streaming on Twitch and had just stayed streaming on YouTube, because then it just becomes a video. but I didn't do that. So we will keep trying to keep both platforms going. And I thank you guys for watching me. I'm going to go eat some lunch, and it was good to hang with you for a little bit. I appreciate it. And come back and see us again soon. Yeah, well, probably, I think he's going to update to 119 on Friday. So hopefully we'll be starting chapter 2 next week. And I have maybe some little cleanup to do here. But no, I do export the VOD to YouTube. I know I can. But then I look at it and I go, but it's like 2 hours. And, I need to add a title. And I need to, can I automatically export the VOD to YouTube? And if so, how could I do that? That would be awesome. It can't post on YouTube any sooner than 24 hours after it's been on Twitch. That's one of the Twitch affiliate, one of the rules is that you say you won't do that. So I have to be careful. If I link the channels, I think I did link the channels, but I'll go check that out. I'll Google how to do that. Maybe if it would just automatically export, that would be super awesome. I could get it all into one. I could get it all into one playlist or something, that if people don't want to watch a 2-hour video, they don't have to watch a 2-hour video. I will try that. I haven't really explored that. I also explored getting I had Grim Warhunter make me a little animated Vivian instead of that little one that I have in the corner here. She made me a really pretty one, but the virtual camera thing is not as easy on Mac as it is on PC, and it's not really happy with me. So she kind of glitches out and stuff, but I've been working on her, and I've got a note into the I've got a note into the developer to see how she's coming with the problems that there are. So I'm hoping they'll have my little pretty Vivian in the corner pretty soon. So I'm super happy with the art she did. It's really nice. So that's what's going on here. And I will see you guys later. Looks like my feet sink into the glass. I need to go get one more piece. I don't know if he left that hole in the ceiling or what. Yeah, it looks like he made it so you could land there and then go down the hole. This is unacceptable behavior. There needs to be a trapdoor or something. Nothing's going to spawn up here on glass, so it's fine, but still. It looks messy. Okay, so link the channel, set it to private, and schedule it. I thought I did link the channels, but I did not. I haven't found a way to do that yet. I will research that. I learn something new about Twitch every time I stream, so I'll see what I can do to make that happen. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.